Welcome, everybody. This is going to be an Akashic Record channel of the Akashic Records of Love, the Akashic Records of Romance, and of Bliss. I'm gonna open all three of them at the same time. And I'm really curious because most of the time when I open them, there is a completely new understanding coming through. I have no clue what they're going to say. They just told me, open these ones and you will be good. So that's going to be very fun. As I normally always tell before a session, it's really nice to make your space around you sacred. So, you can have stones, you can have incense, or you can have candles, water or tea, flowers, whatever floats your boat. It's nice to place it around the device you're watching if you are available to. And it is really nice to have a moment where you are not disturbed, so you can go very deep into this session. I'm telling you that because I purposefully on these transmissions, especially when you're watching live on YouTube, I purposely turn off the advertisement so you're not disturbed by ads. If you still see ads, let me know. That's not supposed to happen. And to make it sacred and to have an intention to let this higher guidance come in is a very beautiful intention to have. Somehow, there is a different experience when we intend like that. Every time I make an intention and I spend the time that we spent here together in a sacred way, somehow the body is more primed, the messages land deeper. And I will want that for you. So feel free to take a moment to grab a journal, to light some incense, whatever have you. I'm going to open the Akashic Records in a moment. If you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat. As well as, what I want to say is the first hour of this transmission is going to be purely Akashic Records. The Akashic Records is a field I love to connect with, and it's going to be completely dedicated towards that energy and that field, and I will just be the clearest channel I can be. The second hour of this transmission will be a Q&A. And that Q&A will be accessible via Zoom, and you will be able to open that Zoom in the Sacred Alignment Academy. I will share with you a link at the end of the transmission. So if you want, I think the link is already in the description, but if you want to already join on Zoom, feel free to do that. The Sacred Alignment Academy is a beautiful space. We do these kind of transmissions every week. And there's just so much magic happening inside. I love it. Absolutely love it. So feel free to join if you feel resonant to join. And you will be able to ask a question to the Akashic Records of Love if you want to. So I think those are all my announcements. Let's get comfortable. I will play some music. I will also make sure I have some nice visuals to help me with the transmission. So of course, when I'm channeling, it's very hard for me to, I will not be able to see your questions, but as soon as I open my eyes again, I will see them. So feel free to already put them in the chat. I have my chat here, so I'm looking forward to this session. I see here my beautiful Sacred Alignment members are already putting questions in the chat. I love that. So that's beautiful. Thank you so much. Keep them coming. Also, when they happen in the middle of the transmission, write them down. I'm going to play some music. Let's make sure you all hear the music on the background. This is the music currently playing. Turn it a little bit down. All right. Can you hear my voice and can you also hear the music? Is it good? Good sound? Thank you for the feedback. Okay, then let's go. Let's get comfortable. Like such channels can have so many different sensations. Some of you might fall asleep, others might feel a lot of energy. Know that your body and your subconscious mind knows exactly how to receive these energies. Some of you will experience it very consciously, others will receive visuals or emotions or energies, and some of you will fall asleep. No, some people apologize to me afterward, like, "Oh my God, I fell asleep." Don't worry, that's almost a compliment. That might not have been a compliment to your teacher in in the classroom when you were young, but it's definitely a compliment to me. It just means that you were completely relaxed and you might needed that relaxation. Most of the time, when people fall asleep, they wake up just when the channel is finished, as if they felt it exactly. Of course, they felt it exactly, and then they feel refreshed, rejuvenated, recharged. So whatever this experience, however it wants to unfold, let it unfold like that. Of course, I want to wish everyone a great Valentine too. I don't have much with the Valentine celebration. I have the feeling it's a little bit commercial, but it is. It has also been a saint, and I love saints. So I bless every saint that ever lived every morning. I think saints are incredibly people that are embody the frequency of God. So thank you, Saint Valentine, for embodying. And at the same time, I didn't want to do anything, but the Akashic Records had a different plan. They said this is a perfect moment when the collective is having this topic in the collective consciousness. It's extra powerful to talk about these topics, even though, in my opinion, every day needs to be a celebration of love. Every day needs to be a celebration of life. But they said because of the collective energy around it, because of the focus, it's in all the stores, more people talk about it in this time than ever. It's really good to give exactly at this moment a higher perspective on the topic. So, with that new perspective, I was like, okay, let us do this channel. I will open the records right now. I wish you a very great experience. Enjoy, and yeah, feel free to let me know how everything feels and if you have any questions to the records or to me. Gonna hold the stone. With love and light, I hereby open the Akashic Records of love, the Akashic Records of romance, and the Akashic Records of bliss, using the sacred alignment prayer. Love and light, I hereby invoke intention. Okay, the records are now open. Oh, dear soul, thank you for being brave. Thank you for allowing yourself to be incarnate at this time, even though the energy have been increasing for more than a decade and even longer. We want you to, first of all, acknowledge your energy, your soul, your being, that you are here right now, and that you are ready for information of higher dimensions. This is showing an exceptional quality of development and expansion in your field. This might not have been possible 5 or 10 years ago. It might not have been possible in your field. There are many that, if they would go back in time, let's say a decade into the past, and they would tell what their current interests are and what they're dealing with right now, their previous self will simply start laughing and think you're an absolutely crazy woman or crazy man, doesn't even believe it will be a future self of you. That's how much you expanded. That's how much you allowed yourself to grow. And that is beautiful. You might even go back in time and say to your younger self, hey, no, these irritating neighbors that always completely fire me up and bring me into the most rageful anger, I accept that now. I don't feel any problem with them anymore. Actually, I find it quite funny. Or you might say, hey, remember that you really don't like walking and you do everything with your car? Actually, right now, I love walking, and every step I discover something new about myself. Now, your younger self might indeed laugh and say, wow, what a crazy person is talking to me all of a sudden. But your future self knows that the expansion simply feels so much better than ever before. Unfortunately, with expansion comes quite a lot of new responsibility. All of a sudden, there are new feelings, new thoughts, new awarenesses of thoughts that were not possible before. Back in the day, you might have enjoyed bad habits without any consequence, or thought many different thoughts of lower frequency without any consequence. While from a higher state of reality, you feel these consequences. And all of a sudden, you need to be more aware of your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings, the intentions that you hold inside of yourself than ever before. Now, why are we telling all of this while this is supposed to be a transmission of love, of romance and bliss? We want to tell you this because our definition of love is the expansion of consciousness. We started by pointing you to your own expansion of consciousness, because that is love. If you have a moment of great expanded consciousness, you also have a moment of great love. If you have a moment where instead of being triggered by something, all of a sudden there is peace and a centered state of being in yourself that feels truer than ever, you also feel love. They are, in our view, words and concepts that point to the similar frequency, love and the expansion of consciousness. When you see somebody and you see how much they've grown, you automatically feel a true sense of love for that person and appreciation, admiration. The same can be seen in yourself. When you zoom out and look back on the last couple of decades and see how much steps you have taken and how much you have grown and what has started to unfold in these moments, you can appreciate those steps. You can appreciate your expansion of consciousness, which automatically creates self-love in your field. So let's enjoy a moment of deeply breathing into your body. And let your body and your mind know how much you appreciate the expansion of your consciousness and that it was able to hold that. Not everyone is able to hold it in this moment in time. Not everyone is ready to receive multiple dimensions of informations, but you are. And by seeing that journey more closely, by zooming out a little bit instead of being so zoomed into life and being worried what might happen tomorrow, or being worried what you have said earlier today to somebody, instead of that greatly zoomed in perspective, allow yourself to take the bird's eye view and see how much you have grown. You have expanded, and it deserves appreciation. And not just simple, we did all right, but I still see this and this problem in my life. No, we would love for you to take a little bit more deeper breaths and truly appreciate it. Allow your cells to feel the appreciation. Allow your bones to feel this appreciation. Not many humans are taking the time to appreciate themselves. But it is the best counter to all the blame and judgment and feelings of not being enough. Because you are enough, more than enough. You are expansion. You are love. Know that next to this inner feeling of appreciation, there is also a whole team of beings around you that are of higher frequency. And these higher frequencies are loving you at more profound levels that can be kept on earth. Simply the highest frequencies of love, bliss, and ecstasy that are available on your planet here are one of the lowest frequencies your guides and angels can feel. Just imagine when they have a good day, even though day is not a concept there. Their emotion and the scale of emotion goes high above what is capable of in a human body. And they are around you, loving you. Some of you that are following higher beings or that are feeling devotion to masters like Buddha, Krishna, Jesus, or any of the sages, saints, and gurus in your space. You will feel when they're in your presence, when they're truly in your presence, you feel a love so high, almost impossible to be of this world. Luckily, they show it is possible. They have realized themselves and expanded their consciousness to such a degree that they can hold the absolute maximum a body can hold. And some go even beyond that. So now you know our definition of love. Let's dive a little bit deeper in the concept. It doesn't matter if you currently have a partner or not. What we just shared will be a vital ingredient for the building and developing of relationships with others. The more you appreciate your own growth and expansion, the more you attract people that appreciate their growth and expansion. This is a phenomena that many of you have experienced. For some, love and love relationship is a big enigma. They seem to constantly attract the wrong partner. But that wrong partner is not so wrong. That partner is very clearly showing a pattern and is very clearly pointing to the growth of expansion that that person needs to experience. Once it is able to grow and expand, the phenomena of the bad partner will go away. And instead, this person will be so content, he or she doesn't need anybody. And exactly when you're not looking for it, all of a sudden you meet a person that is also not looking for it. And you match like a match made in heaven. When a whole person meets another whole person, so much beauty and magic can come from that relationship. Allow yourself to make sure that this is part of your reality. If you haven't experienced it yet, set the intention to expand your consciousness and find true appreciation for your being. and make that the most important relationship. And you will notice that soon others from that same frequency will attract to you without you doing anything. You will become a magnet. A magnet that repels everyone that is still needy and clinging, or are searching people to be fixed so that they can feel like a hero. Instead of that, you repel them like magnetism. And the only people that can truly stay in your field are others that have found wholeness. And luckily, for all the singles out there listening to this right now, there are more humans experiencing wholeness than ever before. The world stage might let you think otherwise, but actually it is the extremity of the world stage that brings people a lot closer to themselves. Yes, first they freak out, but then they grow, they expand their consciousness, they decide what is good for them and not good for them, and a newer, more aligned person is born. Feeling more whole than ever. So if you are single, good news. Follow the recipe of wholeness, and you will soon meet somebody of that same frequency that matches extremely well. Especially when you don't expect it and are just so satisfied being you. Now let's talk about romance. Romance happens when there are visible signs of true care. What do we mean with true care? Somebody has listened to what your favorite music is, and on the next date, they play that favorite music. Somebody knows that you love a specific flower, and on a specific day, they get that specific flower with a beautiful message. Somebody has listened to your favorite food and creates a beautiful surprise where you're gonna eat and dine together under a beautiful starry sky and reserved a special table, and there it is, your favorite food. That's true care. But even more so, true care is when somebody is truly present with you and truly listens. That might not have been your definition of romantic, but when a person is there to truly listen to you, it is one of the most caring ways and gestures that we can think of in your dimension. So if you are noticing that somebody is not really romantic because he doesn't buy roses, see if he is listening truly. And see if you can feel the romance in that level of care. Just being present. Spending conscious quality time together. And if it's not the case, and you are in a relationship, ask if the other is open for it. Hey, It's okay you're not buying me roses, but can we have a common intention to spend more time just listening to each other instead of watching the TV or talking about things outside of our lives? Let's talk about us and what is alive in us. That's the most essential step. And many other things can come from that. Some are naturally inclined, and for others it takes a moment. But when that step of listening is there, romance grows. Now, guess what? If you're single, and even if you're in a relationship, make it also part of your experience to listen, to become intimate with your own inner world. Be romantic with yourself. Play your favorite music. Go and eat your favorite food. Go and dance when you want to dance. And especially listen. Allow yourself to deeply listen to yourself. Take moments away from distraction and close your eyes and feel the inner world. You're such a rich person. You're unique. Your energy and your frequency is so loved. Become romantic with yourself by truly listening and asking, what do I need right now? How would I love to be nourished? How would I love to be taken care of at this moment? What will bring joy to me? Let that be more powerful than any other thing. It is needed in the world to have this as a natural way of behaving and taking care of yourself. But it will also make your energy more romantic. And there are some people in the field right now, also listening to this, that would say or respond, yes, this is all good, but it would be so much better if somebody else would do that for me. If you think like that, we want to bring you back to the first point. Then you're not coming from a place of wholeness. You're not coming from a place of true appreciation of yourself. You have no clue if it's better if somebody else does it for you. Probably 70% of somebody else's will actually do a way less of a job than you can do yourself. But next to that logical explanation, it is good to realize that that energy is I'm in lack right now. I need somebody else to feel whole. And we would love for you to switch that and say, it doesn't matter if somebody else does it for me. I'm doing it for myself. Life will be so much more delicious. And it's a gift that you can give to yourself right now. Even at this moment, while you are listening to this transmission, listen also to yourself. Feel your being. Listen to the heart space. Feel the heart. Touch your skin. Feel the warmth, the coziness, the emotions that are present. Listen. What would bring you joy right now? What does your being need right now? And just feel how your inner being responds when you start such a conversation. That is our definition of romance. It might have been a little bit less Hollywood than most definitions of human beings. But we would love to take it at its most fundamental level, and that is the listening. Guess what? The same magnetism is at play here. The more you are able to listen to yourself, the more you are able to listen to somebody else. And at the same time, the more you attract somebody that is able to listen to him or herself deeply. And the more he or she is able to listen to you. The capacity grows. And so the romance grows. Isn't it beautiful to be romantic with yourself? To take it even one step further, we would love to talk about intimacy. To get intimate with your own being. Into me, I see. What does that mean? Your consciousness is able to perceive the subtle fluctuations of air inside of the lungs, the sudden swifts of airflow that move to the lips and nostrils. It's able to feel the cells vibrating and pulsating and processing oxygen and turning that into life force and energy. When you see into yourself, you are getting intimate. By being intimate with yourself, one thing you will notice is that you will never be cold. There will be so much warmth springing from your being, you will never be cold. If you experience a lot of cold feet and cold hands, this is the perfect step to take. Look more into you and become intimate with you. See the inner miraculous nature that is happening. feel the fluctuations of all that is going on, including the skin, the functions of all the organs, the heart, and the way it beautifully pumps your blood into every direction. The breath and the moments in between the breath. Maybe you remember one of your most intimate sessions that you had with somebody else. Project that onto you. Remember how much you were in tune with their breath, how much you were in tune with their body. Give that in tuneness to your body. This changes the game. And most humans, unfortunately, never learned how to do this. We wish this is taught in school before humans hit their puberty, that they already have full intimacy and acceptance of their own being. So when their body changes, they accept all the changes, they are aware of it, they welcome it. They see their expansion in consciousness, which creates only more self-love. And we will make sure that through this channel and many others, this awareness becomes more well known on your earth. Because the education system needs to change. And humans need to learn how to properly use their system and how to transmute their being into love. You have all these ingredients given by God and given by Earth. Emotion, thoughts, intuition, love, sensation, attention. But nobody really knows how to use it. Not on our watch. And that is why we are so grateful that you're tuning in. So that you can be pioneers of this beautiful, deep practice and awareness. You are meant to live quite a blissful existence here. And from a soul perspective, things are quite blissful, even in low emotion, even in emotions of lack and desperate times. The soul still sees things very blissful. Why? Because it knows that it's the experience that it's here for. There are not many other dimensions where you can experience life, consciousness, and the expansion of it to such a degree that you are now. And being removed from love and then coming back to love is one of the greatest journeys. It's better than your best movies and novels. It's a true joy to behold. But of course, part of the experience is that you forget you are here for the experience. And this bliss is lost. We want you to bring back the bliss that is your birthright. And you might already have felt it in this transmission. When you see within, when you appreciate, when you relax your body, there are beautiful fluctuations of energies all around. The ingredients that we have shared in this transmission are a perfect recipe for you to experience the bliss that is always in your field. See if you can feel one of the sensations currently present in your being and focus on the bliss. Focus on the deliciousness. There might be a little tingling or tickling. You might feel flows and pathways of energies. Become curious and explore, and notice how these subtle sensations form a very blissful experience. You might even feel like there is a massage happening on the inside of your body, relaxing you, comforting you, embracing you. And we want for everyone who tunes in that this is an experience that is amplified. So if you choose to amplify the bliss that is all around and inside you, to have it a little bit more present, you can repeat this mantra after us so that you can fully activate the frequencies and codes that we are sending to all who tune in. Dear soul, dear body, expand the bliss consciousness into my being. Expand the bliss consciousness into my being. Let me feel the deliciousness of life every day. Let me feel the deliciousness of life every day. This will put all of the beautiful ingredients in place and start the processes that will increase this experience for you and remove the beliefs that contradict the bliss. Is it that easy? Yes. Your body, your awareness is deeply listening. And beautiful commands like this, coming from a place of wanting to be closer to love, are always answered, especially when they are sincere. And we notice is that You who are tuning in are sincere beings. So the universe will answer. We want to thank you for being with us. May this transmission give you a deeper understanding of the concepts of love and romance. And even more than understanding, may it give you a better experience of it. May it give you more power to express it and to live it, because you deserve it. And thank you again for the expansion of your consciousness to be able to hold and receive these frequencies. That already signifies a huge amount of love in your being. Thank you. We are complete. Mm. Wow, 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 wow. So those were the Akashic Records. I just noticed I prepared this beautiful love visual and I didn't press the button to show it to you. So you saw me the whole time. I made this visual. And then I didn't use it. Whoopsie. Anyway. Here, one of the members on Zoom says, I don't have my question any longer. I got my answers. That's beautiful. That's very beautiful. That also sometimes happens when I do a reading. There's like a person that prepared 7 questions, and then they just, before the first question, they just start sharing something, and all of a sudden they look at their questions and they're like, oh my god, everything has been answered. And we still have 1.5 hours left. Yeah, that's funny when that happens, but sometimes the best things come out of those readings. Thank you for being with me, and if you have questions to the records, I would love to answer them. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you would love to join the Q&A live. Let me show you how to do that. Let me quickly go to my streaming so that I can see. Let me float myself a little bit up there. So let me show you how to do that. I'm gonna also put the link in the chat. Wait a moment for that. So we're going to be live on Zoom. I lost my chat. Here's the chat. So this is the link. I sent you a link. Oh, that is quite a crazy share. Let me do it again. Let me do it in a better way. So I just put it in the chat. It's also in the description. This gives you access to the Sacred Alignment Academy, and there you can join the the beautiful, beautiful space that we're creating there. I'm gonna show you here in a moment. I'm gonna show you. If you go in, you have here the Akashic Records of Love post. And when you press that, click on See More and click on Join the Event and Q&A live via Zoom. And then you will experience this. So that's very exciting. And if you're not ready to join the space yet, but you would love to learn how to channel the Akashic Records for yourself, in March, at the beginning of March, I open a very awesome space. At the moment there's already 9 people in the waiting room. This space is going to be the Akashic Record School. We're going to practice together. I'm going to reinitiate my multiple years of Akashic Record practice here. It's this link, and I'm gonna also share this link in the community. The first members that will join this will join it for free. Sonia says, it says error. Maybe you can join the other links. And otherwise, the best way to actually go there is to go to school.com/sacred and then a little dash alignment, little dash academy. Somehow YouTube is cutting off my links, but I have the feeling if you press them, that should work. I would love to have you, Sonia. So let me go back and share myself. Hoppa. So I want to thank you for being here. If you want to join, feel free to click the link. The link is also in the description. If the chat link doesn't work, the link is also in the description. We're going to start our Q&A in the academy. And for everyone who just feels you want to stay in this energy, please let me know how this channel was for you. If it had any insights for you. I would love to see it in the comments. I would love to see it underneath the video. So I want to thank you for being with me. I had so much fun, so much joy to channel this. This was a beautiful channel. I love the channel. I'm looking forward to talk further in our Zoom meeting. And yeah, I want to wish you a happy Valentine. Enjoy these times. Enjoy loving yourself, being intimate with yourself, and allowing that to ripple through into the outer world. So much, much, much love, and see you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, beautiful people.